Do y'all think Greek is I guess moving in a this is kind of similar question from earlier, but in a progressive way? Like, is it getting better? Like, far as what it's supposed to be? Because I mean, even with when we talk about pledging, we talk about like, yeah, we see things. It was a situation that just happened with Cubes not too long ago, but
Yeah.
even although that's so unfortunate, I feel like that is raising awareness to make people not want to do these things anymore.
For sure. And people get their little anti-Greek takes off in moments. Because, like, the thing with Caleb Wilson was so heartbreaking, rest in peace to him, at Southern. And people were using that as an opportunity to take all of their hatred out on the Greeks that they've been trying to get off anyway. And it's just like, we kind of lose the plot, and the real conversation was, this should not have happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Young people are going to do things they're not supposed to be doing anyway. We all have anti-hazing, whatever, and people do what they want anyway. And again, even in that case, the old heads were the ones that were orchestrating it. And that is an issue from the top down. You know what I'm saying? So organizationally, I think we haven't even begun to see the changes that are about to come. Because they just got rid of the chapter last week. They just got that through. So it's like, I feel like Omega's going to have a whole clean. Are y'all on moratorium yet? I don't know if that's even come through. But like, I feel like D9 is going to have a full regroup. I feel like by the time our children are of age to do D9, it's probably not going to be undergraduate anymore. Because I remember even 10 years ago when we were going to conferences and shit, that they were sitting us down like, hey, y'all can't do this, y'all can't do that, insurance. It's such a liability now that they're probably going to take that shit away. I'm not going to lie. Because we're losing the plot, I think, because of the social media, because everybody's scared of getting posted on Greek shenanigans or trying to get a moment on Greek shenanigans or trying to go viral, trying to go to, we're losing the plot. We really are. I think so.
Do you think, but this is such a real conversation. I got to ask the real questions. Do you think going through something is important though?
Oh, for sure. But that's not what we were talking, that's not what the issue was with Caleb Wilson. Even like that. There's plenty of stuff you can do without punching someone in the chest so hard that they die on the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a long way between skating and whatever happened in Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a great point.
And you always gonna have that one person that, again, it's always one bad apple. And it's usually a couple, more than one bad apple, but somebody always takes it too far. And it's like, when you have young people in these positions, they're gonna do something they're not supposed to do because that frontal lobe is not fully developed. But then the other issue is you have the grown people who's supposed to be making the right decisions who are orchestrating it. You own the building. You covering it up. This person works through here.
Sometimes you have people who do things that weren't done to them.
And that too.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and like we all know somebody, or don't know somebody, but you know, that's what it be sometimes. People just want to prove a point.
They want to prove a point.
You get
And
what
that
I'm
goes back
saying?
to that pressure you
And
were
it
talking
be the
about.
ones, if you want to be real from my experience, it be the ones that wasn't doing shit.
That was not like that.
You wasn't doing nothing,
never
nigga. Like,
like
you
that.
got the nerve, nigga.
What,
Like,
what was your number online?
I was a 4.
Okay, that's what's up. Same number.
Oh, I was a 4
Oh
too.
yeah. So
I'm just-
fraternity, when you a 4, you like that.
I'm just
You know what I'm
saying, like,
saying?
bro,
So,
it's like
yeah.
niggas ain't go. Like, if anything, if anybody should be doing all this shit, but it's like I be like the audacity of niggas.
It's all, and then now everybody in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody want to prove a point and want to go on a power trip, and that boy lost his life. Why are you hitting anybody so hard that can happen?
Do that paper shit even really matter though? Like how are people getting like ridiculed for being paper, but then the honorary members are being glorified and
Right.
you want to get a picture with them, this, that, and the third. I feel like to me, bro, it's just about who does the work.
So
Yeah.
you know what's funny, bro? Because at first I used to say it didn't matter, but I'm on the fence because I just being like, again, I be on the outside and I'm listening to conversations, and I can see why I would, because I do believe that it should be some type of barrier of entry, and even if it's not, again,
Sure.
like you said, it's a long line from getting hit so hard in the chest that you die to being paper, right? I do believe it should be some barrier of entry, and that's why I love even my fraternity. I might joke a lot. I love the fact that I can't just go to the cookout and get some chicken, right? And I love it so much that even if I go to a cookout and I say my chapter and you want to give me chicken because my chapter, I don't even accept it because it shouldn't be that easy, right? Because it shows me like we care, right? But it is it's not a thin line. It's a wide spectrum on what's wrong, the middle, and then what's right. If that makes sense.
How would you even know if somebody is paper?
I mean,
Unless you just like know them.
I mean, the questions, the shakes,
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah.
But also, zooming out, at 30 something, who fucking cares?
Who cares?
facts. No, facts. 30 something for sure.
Who cares? Now,
Yeah,
you know, everybody got their own little shit where you can
For sure,
determine
who
that.
cares at
But
30
at the
something?
same time, it's like if
But I can't. But it's easy. Sorry, it's
No.
easy to say that at 30 something. So I just want to be fair, because
No.
you're right. At 30 something,
Yeah.
I don't care. But I'm not. I don't want to just get up here and be chatting because I am 34 and everything is easy to look like. What they say? I forgot. Like it's easy to look back on it, right? Like
Right.
retrospect. It's easy to say these things in
we
retrospect.
were talking earlier, like when shit happens in college, I'm talking about, oh, my group chat got leaked in college. It was the worst day of my life, blah, blah, blah. Because when you in college, that's the most important thing in the world. Important thing in the world is like, okay, I got to make sure I'm as made as possible. And I know I'm my shit. Got to do this, got to do that. I got to be perfect. I got to do this. And now you zoom out like, who gives a fuck? Fuck them people. I don't talk to them people.
But even at 34, right? Essentially, well, I can't speak for everybody, but essentially, we were doing that to make sure we knew about our fraternity.
Yep.
For sure.
And that's important.
Yeah.
Know about the organization that you're being a part of, right? So like I might not agree with everything that came with it, right? But the goal, at least for us,
to know,
was to
right.
know what the fuck is going
Because
on.
you're not walking up on somebody's yard and just eating like that. You know. What
If you
I'm
don't
saying?
know
don't
what
know
you,
that
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's- so
yeah,
it
you
ain't,
gotta
it ain't
know
really,
certain
it's the
things.
love for your fraternity. And I do think that's a big deal because some people, when, again, if they skating because of, oh, I want to be popular. Or I wasn't this, so I want to get it in, like, not,
But I
that's
have another
not
point.
that's not always the case though.
That's not
It's
always
not,
the
for
case.
sure,
Some
100%.
people can't. Some people, it's a grad chapter line. Some people, it's a lot of different things. But also, I think people's obsession with being made and, oh, I got my ass beat for 8 hours a day for 8 months, blah, blah, blah. That goes back to my point about slavery. And when that Caleb stuff happened, which is so important, unfortunate, I was watching a lot of different content, like people talking about it, and they was talking about that men are such brutes. Like, y'all love violence so much. That's how y'all kind of communicate. Because even in sorority, we're not violent like that. Like, even when it comes down to, like, it's going to get real bitchy and it can get kind of tussly, but it's not to the level of violence, whatever. Even when we did, AKA went a moratorium in, like, 2002, because they was, the girls in California, 2 girls drowned. But they didn't beat them to death. They weren't supposed to be out there to begin with, but it wasn't a force. I went to FAMU in 2011 when the drum major died. But we had a whole thing with anti-hazing at FAMU, and that was the band. You know what I'm saying? So that's the soul of the school. But he died. He was a grown man who died. They beat him. I don't know what they beat him with. But
I don't think it's just men though, because
no, but to my point, I'm just saying, people, you feel like, oh, if you didn't get beat or whatever for something, then you didn't earn it, you don't love it, blah, blah, blah. But I think that it all ties back down to slavery, white supremacy, all of this stuff. And I think there's a way to still love your organization, work for your organization, know your organization front to back, blah, 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 without the level of violence that comes with being mad.
for sure. But you know what else that is? I think that's a black culture. It goes back to, like you said, slavery. Because guess what?
Thanks.
Guess what? We have. I feel like I said this before. We have such an infatuation with like struggle. It's like
Absolutely.
It's like
That
you're
goes to my
supposed
point,
to
too.
struggle. Like no, you don't.
You don't have to
like,
do that.
It's
You're
so much so
not.
like
You don't have to get out of the mud.
You're
like
supposed
you
to have two
don't,
parents.
bro. It's
You're supposed to
like,
have
supposed
two
to have-
parents. You're
that
supposed to
love
be
you.
loved on. You're supposed to like.
we have an infatuation with like the struggle. Like it's so much so, like
Yeah.
I come from the hood. Okay, I'm sorry for you. Like I hate that for you. Actually, like what? It's ridiculous. Like even so much so in the NFL when we see this in this last draft.
Yep.
It's like they belittle you for not going through something. It's like
Yeah.
they look down on you because your father was Deion Sanders. You ain't had to struggle. Like, huh?
Yeah.
What the
Crazy.
fuck?
Bronny James.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I'm
like,
saying?
Like-
Yeah.
it's like it's ridiculous in our culture.
And it's funny even seeing the NBA now, because I've been making jokes about it, because everyone is a AAU sweetheart, white mama, NBA dad, whatever. These kids not coming from the gutter no more. So the NBA has changed. Like niggas is not getting their hair braided on the sideline no more.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You absolutely right about that because I was talking to an NBA trainer, and a lot of these kids that are going into the NBA now, their parents are paying to get them in good programs, and that's how they're winning right now. You get what I'm saying? So it's not so much a struggle story
Right.
with the NBA like that. You get what I'm saying? It's whoever got that bag, their kids could have the proper training
Yeah.
to make it to the NBA. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and
100%.
I think when we even turning back to Greek life, I feel like that, I think we're not gonna have no choice in a minute because they about to get way more strict. Because I feel like had they even been more strict on the Robert Champion people, because the people who were convicted of killing Robert Champion are free as a bird right now. So they're probably gonna throw the book at them boys, and it's gonna get even more strict. And people are gonna have to make a decision: do I want to make these boys, or do I want to have an organization and chapter at all?
Just because someone is made doesn't mean they're a good member.
Facts.
And
Come on,
also
man.
that-
That's what I'm
Talk
saying.
heavy.
Like,
Talk heavy.
Real
what
talk,
does that
like-
matter?
What
Just-
in the grand
yeah.
scheme of things, and honestly, what you think those are our founders' visions? Like, yeah, let's beat their ass, but that wasn't even
No.
some nigga in the whenever the 70s or 60s of shit made that shit up. Like, let's start beating ass, y'all. What y'all think about
I
that?
honestly feel like if I was paper, bro, I would know the most about the organization.
Yeah,
think
no,
so?
for time.
Yes, just so that way I can.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Some
You
people
ever
just
apply for a
autistic.
job that you're not qualified for?
Yeah.
But you gonna study.
Yeah,
you gonna
yeah,
know
yeah,
everything that you need to know to get that job. Like, bro, that's what I would do. I don't know. I'm not paper though. I just want to say that.
No, but some people do all of that to just not do shit.
Yeah, facts. You
Don't
right.
do shit. Not active. Not like now. Granted, am I active now? No.
I'm about to say I'm not
But
active.
I gave the chapter my all when I had it. I stepped twice. I chaired this. I chaired that. They still doing shit I made up 12 years ago. So it's like you doing all this to just harass people at the fucking party and bring nothing to the fucking table.
That's why we need the paper niggas. The paper niggas is gonna
It's
pay.
balance.
They gonna pay their yearly dues, and then the made niggas we gonna
Do bullshit.
we gonna keep it going in a different light.